Hey, everybody. Well, welcome to E3 with John Guns. I want you right now to invite someone, let them know that I am on and I am ready to rock and roll today. And so do me a favor, invite people to join us. I see the regulars are already jumping on. And so invite someone to join us now. I promise you it's going to be amazing. It's going to be an incredible time today, and so invite people to jump on. It is probably one of the most powerful and incredible things that's going on right now is E3 with John Guns. And so right now, invite people to come on. Invite people to come on. I promise you, you're gonna be glad that you did. And so thank all of you who are jumping on. Thank all of you who are jumping on. Now listen. Today, here's what I need. I need everybody to invite somebody different. I need everybody to invite somebody different. Now you can invite, the same people. I mean, that's cool, but I need you to invite some different people today and join me in building up E3. E3 is literally going to be one of the most life-changing. This is going to be one of the most life-changing E3s that we've had. And so I want you to invite someone different, and I want you to make today one of those days that you actually reach out to people and say, listen, I want you to jump on E3. So what I'm doing now is that I'm inviting some people myself, and I want you to join me in inviting some new people, because I believe today is going to be so life changing until it's not going to be funny. And so I want you to invite some new and different people on, and just give people a chance to join this amazing movement called E3. It is going to be life changing, and I promise you that you jump on, you're going to be glad you did. You jump on, you're going to be glad you did. And so I want everyone to join me right now, for E3, and I want you to understand how important these kinds of opportunities and moments to grow are. All right, I want you to understand how important these opportunities and moments to grow are. And so I want you to just join me really quick. Just join me. I promise you, I'm not gonna bore you. And when I'm done tonight, you're gonna be glad that you jumped on. You're gonna be glad that you jumped on. Okay. I've decided to invite some different people tonight, and people I wouldn't normally invite on, but I'm gonna invite some different people. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome. Thank you all so much for jumping on. Thank you all so much for jumping on. This is gonna be an amazing night. Because tonight what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about self-confidence. That's what I'm gonna talk about tonight. I'm gonna talk about self-confidence. And it's crazy because I think that one of the things that really makes someone amazing is the fact that they have something that really differentiates. And I'll be real transparent. Over the last few years, over the last few weeks, I've gone through an amazing personal transformation when it comes to this idea of self confidence. I'll be very transparent. My sense of self has grown immensely, and God has done some incredible things in terms of pushing me to begin to think more critically and more positively about myself, and to look at my life differently. So this is what I need. I need every person who will to just invite five people. Let's invite somebody different tonight. Yeah, let's invite somebody different. I'm just inviting people. Listen, even if people say, man, don't bother me with that, I'm gonna invite them anyway, because here's what I believe. I believe that I have something to say that can help any and everybody. So I want to challenge you to join me now for what I believe is going to be life changing. So join me. Just invite someone to come on, and let's see if we can reach out to some new people. Yeah, I'm inviting some new people tonight. Listen, I'm inviting some new people, and I'm just gonna let people tell me, hey man, don't ever do that again. But I'm inviting some new people. All right, I'm inviting some pastors I don't normally invite, and I'm just gonna invite some people, and I'm just gonna make this thing do what it do. How about that? All right, so tonight, what I want to do is I want to talk about self-confidence. Let's get right to it. Get your pen, your pad, and let's talk about self-confidence tonight. All right, let's talk about self-confidence tonight. I want to begin, as I always do, even my sermons now, I kind of begin them with quotes. And so I want to jump out at you tonight with a quote, and it says, "Trust yourself, create the kind of self that will make that you will be happy to live with all your life." Okay, I wanted to make sure that I read that right. Trust yourself, create the kind of self that you will be happy to live with all your life. Meaning, watch this. I want you to throw this out here. You got to create a vision for what you want life to look like, and a vision for the kind of person you want to be with you, and then be that person for yourself. I want everybody to put in the thread, be your best person for yourself. Be your best person for yourself, all right? Be your best person for yourself. The first thing that I want you to understand is that the person that you need to be your best for is yourself. Be your best person for yourself. Because one of the things that I've discovered in life is that if I'm not my best person for me, then I'm not going to be the best person I can be. The first person you got to be issues all day. Okay, I'm back, y'all. For some reason, technology wants to act crazy with me, but that's okay. I'm not getting distracted. Watch this. Self-confidence is you create the kind of self that you will be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by, watch this, you ready? By fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into the achievement and into the flames of achievement. Okay, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna give it to you again. Trust yourself, create the kind of self that you will be happy to live with all your life. Make the most of yourself by fanning the tiny inner sparks of possibility into flames of achievement. Now, why is this huge? Here's why it's huge. Because self-confidence, which is the capacity to be secure in yourself and in your ability, is the key to living out a highly successful and productive life. Self-confidence, which is the capacity to be secure in yourself and your abilities, is key to you living a highly productive and successful life. And so the person then who understands the value of self-confidence, that's why this is my spiritual reference. That's why the enemy works so hard to make sure that you are never confident, and that he puts in your space continually people and circumstances whose design is to discourage you into, you ready? Into passivity and inactivity. The design is to discourage you into passivity and inactivity, meaning that you never try, you never pursue, you never go out, you never go after, you never make effort, because the goal is to intimidate you in the passivity. So for those who are successful and they have a healthy self-confidence, self-confidence gives them the capacity to have a sense of confidence in who they're created to be, and a sense of confidence in who they are developing to be, never mismanaging their relationship with God or for those who may not be Christian, that higher force and power. For me, I'm a Christian, and so I believe strongly in God through Jesus Christ. But for those who understand that self-confidence is not the enemy to humility, self-confidence, when balanced appropriately, is necessary for you to live out the purpose you've been created to live out. God does not want okay. All right, I'm back. Man, this is becoming so aggravating. But I'm gonna teach through it, and we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this Wi-Fi thing. We've never had challenges until I started talking about insecurities and self-confidence and all this kind of stuff. So watch this. Let me move quickly then. Here's what's amazing about self-confidence, and this is why you need self-confidence. Okay, here it is. The first thing is self-confidence opens you up to try new things. Self-confidence opens you up to try new things. When you are a self-confident person, you try new things. Everyone should be trying something new at least once a month. Everyone should try something new once a month. Once a month, you ought to try something new. You ought to go somewhere different. You know, once this thing opens up, you ought to consider some things. You ought to create a bucket list. Open yourself up to try new things. Secondly, self-confident people tend to have better performance, because self-confident people tend to understand the importance of excelling at the highest level they can. So when you watch self-confident people, they have better performance than people who lack confidence. Because the first time a person who lacks confidence makes a mistake, they quit trying to get better. Self-confident people are always seeking, or confident people are always seeking better performance. Here's the third thing: better resilience. Better resilience means that a self-confident person is not going to quit easily. You want to know what makes a self-confident person amazing? Is that they go through things, they fight through it, and they stay true to form. They go through it, they fight through it, and they stay true to form. Better resilience. But here's the other thing about self-confident people: they have improved relationships. One, because a self-confident person isn't bringing those insecurities or the level of those insecurities to the relationship. What does it really mean? A self-confident person is not as easily jealous as someone who has high insecurity. So you know what? A self-confident person isn't going to immediately assume the worst. So the more your confidence grows, the better you are at relating to people. The other thing is that a self-confident person in a relationship does not have an issue with flawed people, because they manage relationships differently than those who are uncomfortable with being great and uncomfortable with themselves. Here's the other thing, and this is major. I want everyone to put this one in the thread, because I want you to see it. Self-confident people see opportunities others miss. Self-confident people or confident people see opportunities others miss. There's a story told about two architects who walked up to a building. One architect or designer looked at the building and said, "This is garbage. It'll never be anything." The other designer, architect, looked at the building and said, "This has potential." He bought it, redesigned it. It became one of the legendary buildings in Los Angeles. Watch this. And then sold it for millions of dollars. Two men saw the same building. One man saw nothing. The other man saw possibilities and became a multimillionaire off of this building. Why? Because he saw its value. I need everybody to get this. When you lack confidence, the opportunities have to already be successful. But when you possess confidence, you see opportunities that others miss. Self-confident people are amazing people because they can look at something and go, oh no, this is possible. They can look at something and go, this can work. When you are a person that has confidence, you don't miss opportunities. You see opportunities that others miss. Here's the other thing. You possess a healthy value and worth of self. You possess a healthy value and worth of self. You balance your perception so that you do not spend all your time in negative criticism of yourself, but you actually see your value. You see what you bring to a relationship. You see what you bring to a table. You see what you bring to a room. You see what you bring to an opportunity. So when people are going, okay, I do this and I do this, you say, but this is what I bring. I bring this. I was talking to a very successful man in Jacksonville, and he made this amazing statement. He says, I have no skills. He says, I have no marketable skills. He said, but the one thing I bring to the table is I bring relationships. I bring the ability to make people believe in themselves. I bring the ability to push people to be great. I bring the ability to sell an idea. I bring that. Here's what's crazy. What's your value? I want everybody right now to put the one thing about yourself that you value, the one thing about yourself that God allows you to live with every day. That's a positive part of who you are, right? Put in it right now, the thread right now. One thing about yourself that you value, one thing about yourself that you bring to the table. I want everybody to do it right now. Again, I'm halfway through, so I want everybody to invite at least 2 more people after you put that in there. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is amazing, right? Here's the other thing about self-confidence. Self-confident people devote little time to being critical of others' efforts. Self-confident people devote little time to being critical of others' efforts. When you are a self-confident person or a confident person, you tend not to be critical of other people as easily. I'm not going to say you don't have critical moments. We all do. Hey, Pastor Harris, but here's what you discover. Pastor Blair, what you discover about yourself is that you don't have to put other people down to push yourself forward. You don't have to push other people down to push yourself forward. And because you don't have to push other people down to push yourself forward, what you don't do is you don't give away your best energy being critical. I am very uncomfortable with people who always find the thing that's wrong, who always find the thing that's broke, who always tends to lean. So like if we're in if we're in a debriefing session and all that I hear is negativity, then I have an issue in that moment. And I say to my team, what's the positives? Because at the end of the day, a part of how the enemy consumes us is by keeping us addicted to the negativity that's in our space. So if I'm in a relationship, right, my wife, and all I see is what I don't like about my wife, and all I see is the things wrong with her, and all I do is critique her and criticize her all the time. If all I do is find something wrong, eventually I'm not going to fall out of love with her. I'm just going to lose respect for her. I'm going to lose regard for her. And so one of the things I work on, and anybody that knows me knows, I work on this every day. I'm going to find something positive to say about you. I'm going to find something encouraging to say about you. Because I understand that if I don't do something, listen, yesterday, you ready? Yesterday, I was playing golf with one of my ministry sons, right? We were playing golf, and so we got to like the 17th hole, and we had played 17 holes. I was tired, my knees were killing me, right? And I got to the end of it, right? And the mosquitoes came out at hole 17. Oh, they came out at hole 17, and they went all the way in on us, right? Well, we were swatting them like I'm doing out here today. We were swatting them. And then y'all ready for a major revelation? I said to Gerard Bell, I said, Gerard, you want to know what's deep? There's a revelation about mosquitoes. And he said, come on, seriously. He said, and I said, you ready? Here's a revelation about mosquitoes. Mosquitoes know what they need to live, and they don't care how big you are, they come after you. Okay, that's when you shout. Mosquitoes know they need blood. But here's what's crazy. They come after you. They come after you no matter who you are. They come after you. I need somebody to put in the thread. I learned from everything. Put in the thread. I learned from everything. That's a part of the goal of the enemy, is to make you not learn. I've never had this challenge. Okay. All right. All right. I promise you next time I'm going to fix this. Pastor G gave me an idea and I just didn't do it this time. And so I'm going to fix this. All right. All right. I'm back. And I'm going to keep talking till I get to the end. Okay. Watch this. Here's the last thing about confident people. Confident people see acknowledging a mistake as a strength and not a weakness. A confident person sees acknowledging a mistake as a strength and not a weakness. This is so important because confident people see acknowledging mistakes as a strength and not a weakness. Again, something I said last week, they make everything about their life a classroom moment. And because they make everything about their life a classroom moment, they live in incredible places. So let's get ready to take some more notes, then I'll be done. Keys to developing self-confidence. You ready? Keys to developing self-confidence. I want everybody to put in the thread key number 1. Here's the first key to developing self-confidence. Here's the first key to developing self-confidence. Building a strong value system. Key number 1, building a strong value system, right? Building a strong value system. Here's a powerful quote by Roy E. Disney, right? Powerful quote by Roy E. Disney. When your values are clear to you, making decisions become easier. When your values are clear to you, making decisions become easier. Here's part of something very important in life. Your value system is necessary because it helps you make decisions about your life. When you have a strong value system, you make decisions about your life based upon your value system. I've discovered something powerful about values. Values, and when I wrote this down and I said, it blew me away. Values are the filter by which you hear others' opinions, but you confidently take ownership of the decision. Values are the filter by which you hear others' opinions, but you confidently take ownership of the decision. I want to throw this out for everybody. When you are a person who understands the power of making decisions, then what you ultimately end up doing is listening to others, but in listening to others, you are confident in the decision you're making. Many of us over-listen. I've been guilty. Many of us over-listen. Is that we listen to like 20 different people, and then we got all these things going on in our head. It is wise to have advisors, but it is wiser to have advisors who know that the decision is yours. I was having a conversation today with my wife about something, and my wife said, you are the one that's got to make the decision, right? And so I had talked to 2 people who have 2 totally different views of it. And at the end of the day, I know I've got to make the decision. Here's where successful people live. They don't have a problem listening, but they do have a problem with people they're listening to trying to manipulate them. So the key to building self-confidence is having a strong value system, because your value system helps you to make decisions. Here's the next key: setting measurable goals. So important. Setting measurable goals. Okay, you guys are doing great tonight. Setting measurable goals. It's this wonderful article I've been reading, and there's a statement in the article that says, consider what you want to achieve and then commit to it. Consider what you want to achieve and then commit to it. So a part of what happens for successful people, for self-confident people, is that they set measurable goals. Don't over goal yourself, right? Don't tell yourself you're going to lose 100 pounds in a week, right? Don't tell yourself that you're going to go from having $5 in the bank to having $1 million in the bank by the end of 2021, right? Now, if it happens, praise God. But there are times when you overgo yourself and you set yourself up to be disappointed and discouraged. So the key to setting goals in any organization and any vision is to make the goals what honestly you discern can be achieved. Now let me give you 3 types of goals, and you can put this in the thread. 3 types of goals. The first goal is a process goal. Is a process goal. The second goal is a performance goal. And the third goal is an outcome goal. The first goal is a process goal. That basically, I'm going to start here and I'm going to keep working to something. And so process goals have timelines in them. Okay. You know, by April, I'm going to have $50 in the bank. By June, I'm going to have $200 in the bank. It's a process. But then there's a performance goal. And that performance goal is when you decide that, listen, I'm going to achieve this through this. So a performance goal is when you go at it, right? And you say, I'm scoring 50 points today, right? I remember years ago, Kobe Bryant said he was going to score 50 points and end up scoring 81. That's a performance goal. But an outcome goal, which can look like process and performance, is when you say, when this is over, I'm going to be here. So when this process is over, I'm going to be 100 pounds lighter. Now, you build out timelines, but the outcome, and notice something, when you are a process, performance, and outcome goal-oriented person, you ready? You are never bored. You are never bored. You are always striving to accomplish something, but you're never consumed by the goal you're striving to accomplish. Now, here's the other thing. You are so flexible in the process and you're so open to possibilities until sometimes your goals are shifted by the revelation of something you didn't see coming. That's why amazing people are so open to constant growth, because they never know what's coming. There are opportunities that's come my way that I didn't plan, right? But they fit in line with what I said I wanted to achieve. Are you catching it? Let me give you then goals, keys to accomplishing your goals, right? This is tied to successful, self-confident people. The first key is plan through prayer and meditation. That's the first key. Plan through prayer and meditation. In order for your goals to be achieved, you got to be a planner, right? You got to be a planner, okay? You got to be a planner. So watch this. Plan through prayer and meditation. I want to focus on prayer, but honestly, I want to really put you in a meditation mode. You got to learn how to shut everything down and just hear the voice of God in you. Hear your thoughts. Here, you got to learn to meditate, right? Here's the second thing. Plan with a team of trusted advisors. Right now, when you get off this, I want you to list 3 people that are a part of your planning team. 3 people that are part of your planning team. I'm talking about if you're trying to plan a business, who are the 3 people you're going to call who are going to be a part of your planning team? Who's a part of your planning team, right? People who help you think through what you're attempting to do. Here's the third thing. Plan through reading. One of the keys is that you got to become a reader. And so the more you read, the more your mind is open and the more the possibilities are there. Zig Ziglar once said, if you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. If you aim at nothing, I love that quote. I've used it at least twice now. If you aim at nothing, you will hit it every time. All right. So you plan through prayer and meditation. You plan with the team of trusted advisors, and you plan by continually reading. Let me give you the next key to self-confidence. This is major. The next key to self-confidence is adopting success habits. I'm moving fast tonight, y'all. Adopting success habits. Adopting success habits. This is so important. And people are changing this idea. So some people suggest that it becomes a habit if you do it 20 days. Some people suggest now it becomes a habit if you do it 40 days. I want to suggest it becomes a habit when you decide it. It becomes a habit when you said, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it every day. Or I'm going to do it every week. Like right now, E3 is a habit. And for some of you, E3 is a habit. E3 is now what you plan to do every Monday at 6 o'clock. I've got some ministers, LaJona and Tanita and Stephanie Brooks and others who are in our COCA prayer, in our COCA group text, right? Group me text. And every week, LaJona and Tanita and Stephanie say in the group text, I can't wait for E3. They start talking about E3 in the morning. And here's what's crazy. It's a habit now. Habits are necessary for your success. You'll never be successful without habits. So you have to adopt success habits. Let me give you 3. The first success habit is gratitude. You are never going to be successful if you're not a grateful person. Because eventually your negativity is going to become toxic to people. And I'm trying to help you understand. And some of you who know this to be true, you know that there are certain people in your life you don't even want to deal with anymore. And they may even be relatives. They may be your parent. They may be your sibling. They may be your cousin. They may be your spouse. They're so toxic until there's certain times you just pull back and say, you know what, I can't. Why? It has nothing to do with the fact that you don't love them, but it has to do with the fact that they lack gratitude. And when they lack gratitude, they don't become a positive part of your space. But here's the other success habit. Calendar your goals. Calendar your goals. Put in your calendar, your phone, your planner, whatever it is, put in it. Calendar it. Calendar your goals. That you listen, successful people are always moving somewhere. If they got a business, then they're putting in their calendar. These who I need to meet with, this is what I need to do. These are people I need to call, Here's the third success habit. Stay a student. Successful, confident people are not afraid to keep learning. There's an opportunity in front of me, right? I've got this big interview for this opportunity on Friday. You want to know what I'm doing? Today I spent about 2 hours in prepping interviews, right? I was sitting with people who I trust, understands the culture I'm trying to go in, and I allowed them to prep me. I allowed them to say some very direct things to me. I allowed them to even say to me, if you do this, this is going to blow this opportunity. And so now I've got to make the decision, but at least their truth helps me to shape my approach to it. Can I encourage you by telling you, you got to stay a student, right? Here's the next one. I've got 3 more and I'll be done, guys. It's 6:33. I promise you I'll be done. Here's the next one. Commit to inspirational relationships. One of my favorite quotes, commit to inspirational relationships. One of my favorite quotes, personal relationships are the fertile soil from which all advancement, all success, all achievement in real life grows. Personal relationships are fertile soil, which all advancement, all successes, all achievement in real life grows. I want to help you. I want to help you understand something important. When you value relationships, you value your future. That's a John Guns quote. When you value relationships, you value your future. Because I value my marriage, Sanjanique Lee Guns is my future. So because I value her, I'm doing the work so my future will look good. Wow. I'm taking some risk now to build out healthier relationships so my future will look good. Listen, I'm discovering one thing. If you don't know you got a future coming, then you will treat every present moment as if there's no tomorrow. And I've discovered that people who operate only in the moment without being mindful of the moment and their future will say things in the moment that they will regret in the future. And so I'm mindful of the moment I'm in, but I'm also aware of the future I want. Let me say it again. I'm mindful of the moment I'm in, but I'm also sensitive to the future I want. So I'm not going to say that to Sanjanique Lee Guns. I'm not saying that to my wife. You want to know why? Because the future I want will be damaged by the thought I presently have. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So you got to understand personal relationships as soil. As soil. And in that soil, I advance, I succeed, and I achieve. But in that soil, I can also fail. I can also fall short, and I can also become paralyzed. Let me keep pushing you. So how do you make a relationship inspirational and it works for you? First thing is be clear of what your needs are. Go into every relationship clear about what your needs are. Don't ever lie moving into a relationship. Those of you that are not yet married, if you can't tell the truth in the dating process, you're sure not going to have confidence in the truth once you get married. One of the worst things you can do is stand at the altar with somebody lying because you never showed them the truth. Be clear what your needs are, right? 2, be open to what people bring to your life. Be open to what they bring to your life. What does my wife bring to my life? What do my ministers at St. Paul bring to my life? What does Derek Triplett bring to my life? What does Jerry Carter and Bill Curtis and Jeff Dennis and Fred Fairley and all these other people, what do they bring to my life? What do my children bring to my life? Know what people bring to your life. But here's the other piece. Be available, but don't be needy. A relationship cannot be inspirational if you're needy, because that means that you're going to put a demand on them that's going to make them either run from you because they can't measure up or manipulate and use you because you're so needy until you give them permission to control you. Okay, y'all ready? Let's keep growing. I got 2 more and then I'm done. You ready? Here's the next one. Positive self-talk. Positive self-talk. Perfect it. This is one of the things I'm now teaching. Positive self-talk. Perfect it. Perfect positive self-talk. You ready? Perfect positive self-talk. It is nothing wrong to say nice things to yourself. It is nothing wrong to encourage yourself. It is nothing wrong to talk yourself in to who you're created to be. You want to lose weight? Talk yourself into it. Hey, you know what? You can do this. You know what? In fact, you're doing this. I'm so proud of you, girl. Man, I'm so proud of you. You talk yourself into it. You never go into something believing that you're going to fail. Talk yourself into it, right? There's this wonderful quote. This is something important. You're never going to feel confident if you have negative commentary running through your mind telling you you're no good. You're never going to feel confident if all you got in your head is negative commentary. That's why you got to be careful whose voices you empower. Once you discover someone is not good for you, you don't empower them anymore. And watch this. And you can love them, but you don't empower. That's okay. You don't give them permission to control the way you understand yourself. Jeremy Kent has an amazing quote. Here it is. Convince yourself every day that you're worthy of a good life. Let go of stress. Breathe. Stay positive. All is well. Convince yourself every day that you're worthy of a good life. Convince yourself every day. I want you to build out a 1-sentence confession statement about what you love about yourself and say it for the next 30 days. I love who John Guns is becoming. I love who John Guns is becoming. I love what God is doing with me. I love the way God is changing my sense of self. I love that I'm developing this confidence. I love that now as I walk in new rooms, I don't walk in intimidated. I walk in confident. I love who I am. Here's the last piece, and I'm done. I've tried not to have these long ones, but I get so excited about this stuff, and I have so much content, so I need to probably do better. Here's the last thing. Everybody put this in caps. Everybody put this in caps in the thread. Be active. Be active. Put it in caps in the thread. Be active. Be active. Don't sit around, do nothing, and then want something. Be active. You don't get the promotion unless you go to somebody and say, how do you get this promotion? You don't build a relationship until you actually go up to the person and say, I'm attracted to you, and I want you to know that. You will never achieve anything until you're active. You don't lose the weight being lazy. I've discovered that only rich people can lay in bed and make money. The rest of us got to get out of bed and go to work. The rest of us got to get out of bed and grind. You accomplish nothing. The Bible talks about in Proverbs that the lazy person accomplishes nothing. The lazy person accomplishes nothing. Here's how confident people work. They believe they can do it, and then they do it. They believe it can be done, and then they try. They go into every meeting, every moment, saying, I am capable. And no one has to give me permission to believe that. I believe it because of who I'm created to be. One, by God, but two, by the people who love me enough to inspire me to be great, but three, by the person internally who now believes in me. Be active. Listen, one of the things I'm getting ready to do with all of this content is I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to create a listening room, and I'm going to pull down all the content, and I'm going to put it in a listening room. And I want to challenge you when it's time to become a subscriber to the John Guns Listening Room, where you can sit down and see all this content in one moment. And you can go from experience to experience. And there's going to be sermons in there. It's going to be so much different stuff, right? And it's coming. It's coming because johnguns.com, the new website, is going to be released in the next 10 days. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's going to be crazy. The last 4 days, I have created 2 new companies, and I've gotten a third company to be approved. The last 4 days, I've created 2 new companies. Why? What am I doing? I'm dropping it. I'm going after it. And I'm challenging you. You got to confidently know who you are, and you got to believe. So let me throw a couple of things out at you. One, E3 with John Guns. I have right now 373 people a part of our daily Monday through Friday inspirational texts. I want to be at 400 by the morning. The only way I can do that is that those of you who have not yet signed up for E3 with John Guns, you can do it right now. You can go right now and type E3 to 84576, E3 to 84576, E3 to 84576, and become a part of the E3 community, where right now you will become a person who will receive the daily inspirational texts. There are people up here who can tell you that those texts are so amazing. They're so amazing. I'm at 373. I want to be at 400 by tomorrow. The only way that happens is that if you have not registered, you need to do so. But here's the other way it happens, is that those of you who have already registered right now, send it to 10 people and tell them to register, because at the end of this week, I'm sending another free download of a sermon, a message, of something I've done. I'm sending another free download. I've sent it every week, every other week. I've got so much content. I just want to share it with you, right? So right now you need to type E3 to 84576, E3 to 84576. We're at 373. I want to get up to 400. That means if you're a pastor, send it to the people in your church, unless you're doing it. If you're doing it, then don't. But I need everybody to help me get the word out. But here's the other thing. I am $500 away from accomplishing a goal. I'm $500 away from accomplishing a goal. I need 10 people right now to go in and to sow $56, become an investor of E3. $56. If this is blessing you, it's giving me a chance to build out the system, to build out the website, to build out some of the foundational stuff. And so I want to challenge you right now to join me by becoming an investor of E3, an investor by going to Cash App, $E3JEG, $E3JEG, $E3JEG. I got off the other day and I had 3 new investors. I would love to see 5 new investors tonight. And you say, listen, I don't have $56. Well, here's what I would encourage you to do. I would encourage you right now to send $20. And then next time you get paid, send $20 more, $56 to invest in something this amazing. You can't get this content nowhere in the world for free. And so I'm giving you some amazing content. I know it. I know it's life-changing. So why not join me and become an investor in E3? Why not become an investor in E3? And why? So you will be able to be a part of something absolutely amazing. So go right now and to Cash App, $E3JEG, $E3JEG. Yes. Oh, and by the way, Adrian, I want you to know, I got my shirt. Let's ride. 21, let's ride. I got it, and I'm going to be making them available. I love you. Thank you so much. You got one? I love it. It's amazing. So I need everybody, if you've never done it, to go do it right now. E3 right now. E3JEG, Cash App right now, and become an investor. If you can't do the 56 today, do 20 now, do 20 later. Everybody write down the second weekend in April. It is going down. The second weekend in April, I'm inviting all of you to a free weekend. I was going to do, no, everybody gets to come. And for 2 days, I'm going to pour some stuff into you. All right, for 2 days. Yes, sir. I'm a capper all day long. I love it. Love you guys. Listen, I'm going to fix this technology thing so we can stop going through this. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Be blessed and know that we will accomplish what we created to accomplish. Be blessed, everybody. I'll see you later.